The Kralix were an ancient species, their crystalline scales shimmering with bioluminescence, their wings capable of folding space itself for interstellar flight. The galaxy called them dragons, and the galaxy feared them, which made it all the more shocking when one appeared at the orbital medical station, crawling on her belly, keening in distress. Dr. Vashtar, the station's Intarii administrator, stood behind the reinforced barrier with his security team. "Absolutely not," he said flatly. "Kralix physiology is completely unknown. We have no equipment, no training, no—" The dragon, easily 40 feet long, pressed her massive head against the transparent barrier. Her eyes, each the size of a dinner plate, were clouded with desperation. She opened her claws carefully, revealing a small form cradled against her chest. The grand hall of the Valkyrie Empire gleamed with opulence. Nobles from a dozen worlds reclined on floating platforms, their jeweled carapaces reflecting the light of 3 suns through crystal windows. Entertainment was expected at these gatherings, and Lord Zithrak knew how to provide it. The small Rilti servant cowered in the center of the hall, its gray skin trembling. The creature was barely 4 feet tall, with large eyes and delicate limbs. Like all Rilti, it had no vocal cords, a quirk of evolution that had made its species easy prey for slavers. "This worthless thing," Lord Zithrak announced, his chitinous hand gripping an energy whip, "spilled wine on my ceremonial robes. The penalty is 20 lashes. The court murmured approval. The servant's large eyes welled with tears, but could make no sound of protest, no plea for mercy. The first strike landed with a crack. The Rilti's silent scream was somehow worse than any cry would have been. Sarah Chun was emptying trash receptacles along the hall's perimeter. She was invisible to the nobles. Humans were recent additions to galactic society, considered useful for menial labor, but beneath. It took us centuries, cost us millions of lives in wars and revolutions. But we learned, you cannot build a just civilization on the suffering of the helpless. Ambassador Trell 9, representing the Galactic Council, rose from his platform. The elderly Zentarii had been quietly observing. Lord Zithrak, the human, makes a compelling argument. Earth's petition for full council membership has been problematic precisely because of their stance on what they call sapient rights. Perhaps we should hear them out. This is absurd. Lord Zithrak yanked the whip, but Sarah held firm despite the energy burning deeper into her flesh. "She's a janitor. I'm a human," Sarah corrected. "And on Earth, we decided that the measure of a civilization isn't its wealth or power or technology. It's how it treats those who have no power at all." She released the whip suddenly and knelt beside the injured Rilti. The small creature looked up at her with terrified, grateful eyes. Sarah gently lifted it, cradling it carefully. "I'll take responsibility," she said to the ambassador. "Charge me, punish me, deport humanity if you want. But I won't watch someone be tortured for spilling wine." Ambassador Trell 9 was silent for a long moment. Then he tapped his staff against the floor. "Lord Zithrak, your entertainment is concluded. The Rilti will be transferred to medical care." He looked at Sarah. "And you, human, will accompany me. The council, it seems, needs to have a longer conversation about Earth's philosophies." As Sarah carried the Rilti out of the grand hall, she heard the whispers beginning. Not all were hostile. Some, she thought, sounded curious, perhaps even ashamed. Her hand burned. Her career was probably over, and she might have just destroyed Earth's diplomatic standing. But the small creature in her arms was safe. And that, Sarah thought, was what being human meant. The notice of the truly powerful. She'd been working the diplomatic circuit for 3 months, saving credits to bring her family off-world. The second strike fell, then the third. Sarah's hands tightened on her cleaning cart. She'd been briefed extensively. Don't interfere with local customs. Don't draw attention. Don't jeopardize Earth's tenuous position in galactic society. Humans were still on probation, still proving they deserved to be here. The fourth strike drew blood. Sarah moved before she could think. She crossed the hall in 6 strides and caught the whip mid-swing, the energy field scorching her palm. The pain was blinding, but she didn't let go. The grand hall fell silent. Lord Zithrak stared at the human servant gripping his whip, his multifaceted eyes wide with disbelief. "How dare?" "No," Sarah said quietly. "You dare interrupt a lawful punishment? You dare lay hands on a noble of the Valkyrie Empire?" His voice rose to a shriek. "Guards, seize this human. She will take the real TI's place. 40 lashes for her insolence." The guards moved forward, but Sarah didn't release the whip. She looked directly at Lord Zithrak, her burned hands steady. "You want to know why humans haven't been invited to join the Empire's inner circle?" she said, her voice carrying through the silent hall. "Why the Council keeps us at arm's length despite our technology and resources?" "Because you're barbaric." Lord Zithrak spat. "No," Sarah said, "because we have a concept you don't. We call it human rights. Every sentient being, every being capable of suffering, has inherent dignity and value. Not because of what they can do, not because of their usefulness, because they exist." She gestured to the trembling real TI. "This person spilled wine. An accident. And your response is torture? Public torture? For entertainment. It is a slave. It has no. There shouldn't be slaves." Sarah's voice cracked like her own whip. "We learned this lesson the hard way.